Okay.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Danny from Fitness Saved My Life. I'm here with Jheanelle, a super keto coach. I don't really want to get into too deep into her story and her accomplishments because I want that to come out during the interview. But believe me, you don't want to miss this one. So, what's up, Jheanelle? How you doing?
I am great, Danny. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Blessed and trying to stay safe.
Yes, yes,
Yes.
indeed.
Good. So I'm happy you took the time out to do this interview. And I just want to start off simple questions, getting to know you, and then we're gonna get into the whole keto thing. I know a lot of people are interested in the keto diet, and they don't know too much about it. So I'm glad you're here to give some insight. All right. So where are you from?
I am from Jamaica. I was born and raised in Kingston, Jamaica, and I moved here in 2001. I was 13 years old, turning 14. I currently reside in South Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first moved to Florida, to the United States, we lived in Wellington, Florida, which is in Palm Beach County.
Mm-hmm.
But now I reside in South Florida in Broward County.
Dope, dope. So how was your childhood in Jamaica versus in the States?
My childhood, well, across the board, my childhood was really, really fun. I had a good childhood. It was a bit lonely because I was an only child for 15 years.
Wow.
And then I now have a little brother who is like my baby.
Mm-hmm.
But my childhood in Jamaica was fun. I did dance. I swam competitively. I enjoyed school. I enjoyed friends. My grandma has always been one of my best friends. So I would spend a lot of weekends with her there. Moving here at 13, it was a culture shock in a way.
Of
I
course.
used to come in the summer all the time, but moving here, it was a bit of a culture shock, I guess I would say. And I was really homesick for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But I made friends quickly. And my childhood, well, my teenage years here were great too. Like, I would say that I had a really good and positive childhood.
That's good. That's real good. And so let's get right into it. So for the people that want to know what exactly is keto or keto diet.
Okay, so the goal is to be in ketosis and stay in ketosis. What is keto? Keto is a way of eating where we eliminate bad carbs, is what I like to call them. Bad carbs are like rice, potato fries,
Mm.
bread, pasta, the things
Pasta.
that we love, or
Yep.
comfort food.
Yeah, the fun foods.
Yes, the fun foods, the foods that you like to eat when it's the holidays, and the holidays are close, so we like to eat those foods around the holidays. But for a perfect keto meal would probably look like I'm gonna go Jamaican, some jerk chicken, some cauliflower mash, and a piece of avocado, a piece or two
Mm.
of avocado. So you want to have your protein,
Yep.
your source of fat, and your carbs are going to come from mostly green leafy vegetables. One
Mm-hmm.
thing to note though, when people hear fat, they think I'm going to be drinking fat
Mm-hmm.
literally or eating pieces of fat. That's not what it is really about. Instead of us using glucose that we would get from rice or potatoes or pasta for
Mm-hmm.
energy, we are using our stored fat. So that extra fat, that belly that we don't like, or the
Mm-hmm.
arms or the legs that we don't like, we use the fat that is stored in our bodies for energy. And that is how we really get into ketosis.
So you were actually scheduled to get gastric sleeve weight loss surgery. So what made you decide to try diet and exercise instead?
It was honestly a bet with my cousin. He and I are really close and we speak about most important things. I left the weight loss seminar and, I called him and told him what was up. And he said to me, I don't think you should do it, but I understand that you want to put your health first. So I'm going to bet you for 6 months, diet and exercise, and let's see what happens. And I'm very competitive. So if you bet me, I'm gonna be like, okay, let's do this kind of thing.
Mhm.
And we had the bet, and I had my reservations about the surgery, honestly, with regard to going under the knife, not being sure if there were going to be any long-term side effects, if everything would go okay.
Mhm.
So I took the bet. I had been following a lot of weight loss pages because I kind of traded my shopping pages because I was addicted to shopping. I traded my shopping pages for weight loss pages because I really believe that what we really see,
Mhm.
it really takes root and it really motivates us. So I needed to see people who were my size or bigger than I, who had been successful by whatever means possible. It didn't have to be weight loss surgery, but I just
Mhm.
wanted to see people, successful people who were able to lose weight. So it just started as a bet. I had been following some keto pages and I just decided to give it a try. And
Mhm.
I had a keto coach in the beginning, and I coached with her for 2 months, and then I branched off and started, doing keto on my own. And here I am today, what, almost 2.5 months later? Yeah,
Wow.
two and a
Wow.
half months later, because I started May 1st, 2018.
Mm. So let me ask you. You said you were overweight. You were gonna get the surgery. So what was your biggest weight, and like, what's your current weight now, and how many pounds you lost?
So my heaviest weight was 288.8 pounds. My pant size, I squeezed into a size 20 because I was not buying bigger pants, Danny. It wasn't happening. It
Yeah.
just wasn't happening. At my lowest weight, I was 164 pounds. My total weight loss was 124 pounds.
Wow.
Naturally,
Wow.
diet and exercise.
Diet and
And
exercise.
yeah, that happened in 13 months.
That is
And
amazing. I gotta stop and clap for that.
thank
120
you.
pounds. Sheesh.
Yeah, I lost 124 pounds. And my current weight now, it fluctuates like 178, 180.
Mhm.
I just came back from Jamaica. I was there for almost 3 weeks, eating
Mhm.
everything. So I don't
Mhm.
even know what the scale says now, Danny, and I don't want to know what the
Right.
scale
Right.
says right now, to be
Yep.
honest. Yeah,
But that's good. That's amazing. That
thank
is wow.
you.
So, what
Thank
have
you.
you learned during this journey?
To be patient with myself, to
Hmm.
be kind with myself, to be patient with myself. When I coach my clients, I tell them something: your journey is about progress, not perfection. I remember a lot of times trying to eat differently and getting frustrated because I may have slipped and had something that I wasn't supposed to eat, even before keto. And I tell people, don't wait till the next day to start over. Start with your next meal.
Hmm.
So one thing
Yes.
I've really learned is to be patient with myself and positive self-talk, because if everybody around me is clapping for me and Jheanelle, you're doing awesome, and all I'm doing is picking Jheanelle apart,
Hmm.
then I will never be satisfied, and I'll never ever feel like I did something
Yep.
that is major to
Hmm.
improve my health, to improve my lifespan.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's good. So, I used to be overweight myself. I lost about 30, 35 pounds. I didn't, my success wasn't as big as yours, but it was good. And I always say that the best trainers and coaches are people that actually went through it. Like, so do you
Absolutely.
agree with that?
100%.
Hmm.
I feel like you having lost your 30 pounds and me having lost the 124, we can relate to people, especially on the days when they're struggling the most.
Yes, yes.
We know what it is to have the fear of starting and not being sure of, am I doing this right? Does this look right? Are people looking at me?
Hmm.
Especially for women, we are so self-conscious because for those of us who are attracted to the opposite sex, we know that men are visual, right?
Right.
So if I'm in the gym and I'm working out and I am struggling and huffing and puffing, I can relate to my client because I've been there, done
I've
that.
been there. Yep.
I've been
Absolutely.
there, done that. So I feel like people who have been overweight, no matter if it's 10 pounds overweight or 100 pounds overweight, we can totally be the best coaches and trainers because we're easy. We relate on a completely
Yeah,
different level to our
absolutely.
clients.
And it's the same for like drug counselors. The best drug counselors are counselors that actually was on drugs in the past for that same reason. So what made you become a coach? Because you could have helped people, just your friends and family, but becoming a coach, you're actually dedicating your life to this. So what made you go like so deep into it?
Well, when you talk about friends and family, I am very family oriented. And me coaching, honestly, is the result of me just sharing with my cousin what I learned. And I
Mhm.
remember she texted me, I was at work, and she texted me, she was like, I'm in ketosis. And I'm like, what? And she's like, Jheanelle, you should totally coach. And in that moment, the name came to me, Keto Yardi came to me, and I think I was driving at the time, and she created the Instagram. She set up the email address for me, and my first batch of clients were friends,
Yeah, yeah, of
and
course.
they got the first couple months free. And it wasn't until I sharpened my skills, I learned more, I was still
Mhm.
on my journey. And now Keto Yardi is 2 years old. Keto Yardi started in September of 2018, and I began keto in May of 2018.
Nice, nice. That's what's up.
Yeah.
So, what's your advice for someone who is thinking of like following a ketogenic diet, like starting off?
My advice would be to do your research. Do your research, see if it's something that is for you. Understand that you are going to have to give up the comfort food, the rice, the pasta, the sugar. You're going to have to give it up, but in giving it up, the results that you feel will be absolutely amazing. How so we look better, but I'm sure you can even relate to this. Having lost 30 pounds, you feel better.
Absolutely,
Like you feel like
absolutely.
a whole new person.
Hmm.
Your movement,
Yep.
just the way that you navigate your day, even your mood. Can we talk about
Hmm.
our mood?
Yes. More
So
confident. Yes. Yep.
you are confident. Sometimes things happen and you're not as irritable because you don't
Hmm.
feel as insecure about your self-image as
Hmm.
you did before. So my advice would be to them, do your research, be patient with yourself, be kind to yourself, and truly understand that you didn't gain weight overnight, so it's not gonna fall off overnight.
Exactly.
You are going to have to commit to your
Hmm.
journey.
Yep.
I tell people, you get up every day, you brush your teeth, you wash your face, I hope, you go to work, you dedicate all this time and energy to somebody's job. Even if it's
Hmm.
your business, you
Yep.
dedicate this time and energy to your business. So dedicate this time and energy to yourself, to your body, because our body is our
Mm.
temple.
Yep.
Whatever that
Absolutely.
means to you, your body is your temple. If your body
Hmm.
ain't functioning right, you're not going to be successful in the other areas of your life.
Absolutely. Yep. You're right about that. I agree. So also too with the ketogenic diet, it's a very low carb diet. So from someone that usually eat the type of carbs that they want and don't really have any restrictions, how do you help them get over those carb cravings? Like what's the tools that you kind of give your clients to get over those cravings?
So, one of the things that I do is I really educate my clients about good fats and bad fats and what
Hmm.
that means. So, to educate, good fats would be like using avocado oil, olive oil, coconut oil instead of vegetable oil. Cooking with these oils, they help you to feel fuller faster.
Hmm.
Usually when you feel full, the cravings are reduced.
Absolutely. Yep.
So with me now, coming back from eating anything I wanted for 2.5 weeks, my transition has been a little more difficult than before. So I'm having to practice what I preach and ensure that I get my fats in so that I'm not having these carb cravings.
Mm-hmm.
So I am now coaching myself from day one
Yep.
because my day one was Monday of this
Um,
week.
I love that because you're being very transparent and you're showing that even as a coach or as a trainer, you're human too. And
Absolutely.
we all fall off, we all, go back to our old selves. But it's best to like get back up. Don't stay on that train of falling off. So that's, like you said, the trainers become the clients again. This is like a never
Absolutely.
ending cycle. So yeah,
Absolutely.
100%. I love
Absolutely.
that. So now that we're talking about cravings, like what do you think of the typical cheat day? Like yes or no? Like, and what happens when you cheat on a ketogenic diet?
So to answer the first question, what do I think of the typical cheat days? I don't subscribe to a cheat day every week, especially not on the weekends if you must, because I feel like starting Friday night after a long week, man, if you say you're going to cheat Friday night, you're cheating Friday, Saturday,
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday. So it
Mhm.
gets difficult. When I go on vacation, I do what I want, Danny. I am on vacation. I paid my money to go there. I am going to live my best life. And then I'm going to get back to keto when I get back home.
Mhm.
What happens when you cheat on a ketogenic diet? So first, let's get into, there are really three types of keto that a lot of people don't know. There is strict keto, where you read ingredients, you track everything you eat by weighing and measuring using measuring cups, measuring spoons, and a food scale. Then there is lazy keto, where you eat keto, but you don't track and log, but you do read your ingredients. And then there's dirty keto, where all you do is you look at your nutrition facts,
Mhm.
your nutrition label, and once you're under 20 grams at or under 20 grams of carbs for the day, you can keto on, and you have a lot of treats and desserts and stuff like that built into keto. With every version of keto, you can be successful.
Yep.
I have always done strict or lazy keto. That's what I've done. Dirty keto is like if, I'm having a craving, and it's, us ladies, we go through a time and it gets hectic for us. So we may want something sweet. So then at that time, I may or may not do dirty keto, just depending on what's happening at
Mhm.
that time for me. But usually when you cheat and you eat off plan, like we like to say in the keto community, you get kicked out of ketosis.
Yeah.
Once you're kicked out of ketosis, within 24 hours, if you get back to what you're doing, you can be right back in ketosis. You don't necessarily have to fast to get back into ketosis. So
Mhm.
sometimes I'll fast, and sometimes I'm not a breakfast person. I've never been a big breakfast person. So
Yeah.
when I don't want to fast, I just really hop back into eating like a brunch. Maybe I'll make myself a brunch and it will be keto. And usually by that night or the next day, I am back in ketosis.
Dope, dope. And I was doing some research and I saw something that said keto flu. Like, can you explain what that is?
So the keto flu is very, very real. It will have you feeling like you do have flu symptoms, like really, really, really having flu symptoms. So what it really is it's our body's way of detoxing from the carbs and sugar that we're used to consuming prior to starting keto. So what is important with the keto flu is to ensure that you are restoring your electrolytes. By restoring electrolytes, when we hear electrolytes outside of the keto world, we think, oh, go drink Gatorade, go drink Powerade. That's
Right.
not what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're getting a recommended amount of vegetables, green leafy vegetables, in 6 to 8 cups daily. And we're getting our sodium in. Sodium is very, very important. A lot of people like to do no sodium stuff, and I'm not telling you to go drink a whole bottle of salt, but
Mhm.
honestly, sometimes when you're experiencing keto flu symptoms, that could be like a headache, nausea, muscle cramps, like I said, the flu like symptoms, getting your water in, getting those vegetables in, and sometimes as simple as putting some salt in the palm of your hand, licking it, and drinking water will help you to feel better. But getting your electrolytes in really, really, really helps to prevent keto flu. So ultimately, to answer the question, keto flu is your body detoxing from the carbs and the sugars and having such a low carb diet,
Mhm.
engaging in such a low carb diet, I should say.
Got it, got it. Well, this is a little off script. I wanted to ask you this. I saw on your IG today that you were working out. So as a trainer, I just want to know, like, what's your workout regimen and like what's your favorite type of working out to do?
So I have a trainer and I work out with him, I would say 4 to 5 days a week. I like a variety of, I do not like to run. I do not like to run, but he makes me run in moderation. But I just like regular. I don't really like to. I don't enjoy lifting weights, but
Hmm.
I'm warming up to it more. I'm seeing the value of just really sculpting your body and leaning out,
Yes.
toning. So I have a love-hate relationship with weights. But
Mhm.
my favorite exercise of all time is tire flips. Give me that
Mm.
tire, oh, I'll work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And to me, the tire is very symbolic because your car is nothing without a tire. It's just a
Hmm.
car.
Yep.
The car is really what gets us moving and it helps to get us to our destination.
Hmm.
So for me, the tire is just a reminder of my journey, that this is a never ending journey
Hmm.
and I just got to keep on pushing.
Yeah.
So my workout usually looks like cardio, which sometimes we will do jump rope. We've done jump rope a lot lately, and that really helps. And we'll do some weights, abs, of course. And I wouldn't say it's CrossFit. I can't remember what it's called. Help me, Danny. It's not CrossFit. It's not
Like
just cardio.
it's like high intensity interval training. Hit.
Yeah, we do hit. We really
Hmm.
do hit. So like we have our leg days, arm days. We have yams on Wednesdays for the ladies because gotta keep our rear end
Hmm.
intact. And then we just do other things. There's sometimes where, well, prior to the pandemic, on Fridays we used to have high intensity dancing. So we would
Hmm.
dance to soca music, reggae music, rap music, and stuff like that. But that has changed a little bit. But he incorporates it into our workout.
Right.
But
Dope. That's
today's
dope.
workout, after being in Jamaica and eating what I want, Danny, I felt like I was gonna
Yeah,
make
yeah.
it.
It bees like that. Yes.
It was rough, but I made it.
Hmm.
I had a very good workout today. And, it just reminded me that my clients go through the same thing,
Hmm.
day one.
Absolutely.
And
Yep.
it's rough, but we get through it.
So, what services do you offer, like as a keto coach? That's very bland, not bland, but it's like a general statement. So, what exactly do you offer?
So I have three different options for keto coaching.
Hmm.
The first option is a keto challenge, which is usually done, well, not usually, it's only done via a Facebook group. It's a private group. Facebook is required for you to be a part of the challenge. You get a meal plan, you get grocery lists, you get sugar list, because we have to know what sugars, when we're reading ingredients, what sugars we are supposed to stay away from. You get a smoothie recipe, you get 5 smoothie recipes because we have smoothie week. And you get, I'm missing something. What else do you get? You get a workout. You get your workout with it. And then we have the one-on-one where you have access to me via my phone number,
Hmm.
and that is more expensive. You have access to me 7 days a week. Sundays are usually our more quiet days, but that plan includes more. You get 2 meal plans, you get 2 workouts, and the workouts, I think it's 2 weeks, not I think, it's 2 weeks worth of workouts. You get 2 meal plans. You get your sugar list, your grocery list. The sugar list, grocery list, a meal plan, and the smoothie recipes are all standard with every single type of service that I offer. And then you have keto reboot, which is for the person who may have done keto before with me, or they have tried keto, they have the general concepts and understanding of keto, but they just want accountability and structure.
Got it.
So those are the three services that I offer at this time.
Well, I'm definitely, I have a few clients that come to my Zoom fitness classes, so
Okay,
I'll be sending them your way,
thank you.
because it's kind of like, it's not just working out. I offer, meal plans and things like that, but I'm not familiar with keto, and I've heard nothing but success stories from people that practice keto. So some of my clients, well, I'm gonna tell all of them, but I guarantee some of them are gonna come your way, and I'm gonna tell them Danny sent you,
Yes,
um,
definitely.
sent them.
Send them my way. And Danny, what you said is so very important because it is not just working out. There is a meme floating around that I've seen so many times, and it says, you can't outwork a bad diet.
Never,
We
never.
really have to get that eating down pat.
Hmm.
So, you offering that service is amazing because especially in a time like this where we have Zoom and all these other platforms that we can use to help others, it is truly a blessing.
Absolutely.
It's
Yep.
definitely a blessing.
So, can you share like a transformation story of a client of yours?
Oh, there is a client of mine. I won't say her name, but I call her Keto Bay. And how we met was not on accident. At the time, I used to give away one free slot every month. And she came to me and she was just hungry for change. And Danny, when I tell you everything I told her to do, she has done it. And her transformation has been phenomenal.
Mm,
Phenomenal. And she still does keto today. And sometimes she falls off and she always jumps right back on.
mm,
Another client of mine comes to mind. She started with me in March of this year, right when the pandemic hit. And she said to me later on, she said to me, honestly, I saw your results and I decided to try you, but I did not think that I would get past week one.
mm.
And she was like, after her first weigh in, because, week one, you lose the most weight.
Yep.
So after her first weigh in, she was like, okay, maybe I can do this. She stayed with me for 6 months. I kicked her out of my program because I had nothing else to
Yeah,
teach
she
her.
didn't need them. Yeah, she took
Yes.
the
So
training wheels
she,
off.
yes. So I just took them off and I was like, girl, go. Like, you got this. We still keep in touch today. And she's almost at 60 pounds down. And she
Wow.
looks like a completely different person.
Mm. Yes, that's such a
Completely different
rewarding
person.
feeling. That's
It is.
such a rewarding feeling because even me as a trainer, when I help clients lose weight or get in shape, and like you said, everything changes mentally. They
Absolutely.
just attack life with so much more energy and so much more confidence and focus.
Absolutely.
And knowing that
Absolutely.
you played a part in that is like the best feeling.
That's the reward.
Yep.
That's the reward. And I tell people, I said, truthfully, the knowledge and the overall improvement of your health, I could never charge because if I charge what it's worth, nobody could ever afford it. It's priceless. You understand
Yep.
what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
while we do have to charge for our services, the reward is seeing our clients' labs get better, seeing
Hmm.
them look better, feel better, their confidence, fit in clothes that they probably could have never fit in 6 months ago, 2 months ago, a month ago. Seeing
Yes.
them get stronger, happier, that's the reward. That's really the
Absolutely.
reward.
So let me ask you another question. You're in business. Obviously, you're business minded. So, what's your definition of success?
Wow. It's funny that you asked that question because I was talking to my mom about success just being so different for everybody, you know?
Mm,
Success for me is happiness and feeling fulfilled at whatever it is that you do.
definitely.
Understanding that you won't give everything 100% every single day,
Mm-hmm.
but when you know that you've fallen short, you go harder the next day.
Mm-hmm.
That's what success is for me.
I love that. I love that. Okay, now another question, which is the name of this podcast. How has fitness saved your life?
Danny, we're gonna be here forever, so I'm gonna try to
No,
keep this brief.
nah, take your time. Take your time.
Fitness has fitness has given me hope. Fitness has improved my self-esteem.
Mm.
Fitness has brought my confidence back. Like nobody can tell me nothing now. Say what?
Yeah.
Um, it has just it, fitness has given me freedom.
Mm-hmm.
I love to travel. Travel is my thing. And getting on an airplane at 288 pounds, you see the stares of terror when you're walking down the aisle of that plane
Mm. Mm.
because everybody's wondering, is she going to be sitting next to me?
Wow. Wow.
Sitting in that plane seat and spilling over into the next person's seat because I didn't fly first class.
Mm-hmm.
I flown first class once and I was a kid. And so I fly economy, and when you're sitting there and you're spilling into the next person's seat
Mm.
and you can see the annoyance, the frustration on their face because they paid for their seat, so they
Yeah.
should be able to fit in their seat and I should stay in my seat.
Mm-hmm.
So it has allowed me to walk onto the plane and not be concerned about spilling into
Mm.
anybody's seat.
Mm.
Fitness has given me the opportunity to fit in a seatbelt again because
Yes.
I was to the point, Danny, where the seatbelt couldn't close. And
Mm.
your girl was not asking for no seatbelt extender. Jheanelle was
Right.
not doing that. My pride would not allow me to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So fitness has given me the confidence to walk onto any airplane and sit in any seat
Yes.
and buckle my seatbelt. Oh, and cross my legs while I'm sitting in the seat in
Yes.
the
Yes.
airplane and
Mm-hmm.
saying to myself, it
Wow.
has given me the opportunity to get on a swing, something as simple as going to a park and getting on a swing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm a therapist and I work with little ones with developmental delays. And sometimes I go to the park with them just to do physical therapy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember I was at one of my last sessions with a little one, and there was a swing, and I just sat there and I posted it on my Instagram page because I was like, when was the last time that I sat in a swing
Mm.
and just sat and swung
And
back and forth?
swung. Right. Right.
And I got on that swing, and I was like a kid in a candy store,
Oh
and
my
it just
God.
really, really gave me that freedom,
Yes.
and that happiness, that joy. I'm a big kid. So
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, oh my gosh, I'm in a swing.
Mm-hmm.
And it may seem so simple to some, but it was just major for me in that moment. Another thing is going to theme parks and
Mm-hmm.
not worrying about fitting in those seats again.
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember I was up late one night and I love Disney. Again, I'm a big kid. I love Disney. I love roller coasters. I'm terrified and I scream and I'm like, oh my gosh, but I love the thrill.
Mm-hmm.
Adrenaline junkie as well. And I remember staying up one night and I was YouTubing um rides that accommodate overweight people, obese
Mm.
people, because that's what I was classified, obese.
Right.
And I didn't know that Disney parks, they cater to what they call poo size people, which are people who are classified as obese or overweight.
Mm-hmm.
And that was one of my breaking points. I'm like, you shouldn't have to do this.
Right.
Like, this shouldn't be something that you have to worry about. And I went to Disney last September and I didn't care about no
Yeah.
weight limit. Like, I
Mm-hmm.
just got in the line, hopped on the ride,
Yep.
enjoyed the roller coaster, screamed, and
Yeah.
that was good.
Yes.
So it
Mm.
has really given me, like I said, I could go. on and on. But it could really it I don't have words.
Yeah,
Like,
it
I'm
should.
getting teary-eyed talking about
Yeah,
it because
it's becoming contagious because I'm getting a little emotional
we don't
because
even realize how much we give
yes,
up by choosing food over ourselves.
hmm yeah, you just like improved your entire quality of life, you know,
100%.
and that story right there, like just like you said, those simple things, those simple everyday tasks that some of us would take for granted, that you had to actually really sit and think about. Can I
Yeah.
go to this park, or can I get on this like just those type of things that we don't think about, that put pressure and anxiety on you, that you no
Yeah.
longer have to think about. Wow, that's
It's
amazing.
no longer a concern for me. And we all go through hard times, and emotional eating is a thing, but
Hmm.
it's my why. I don't want
Yes.
to have to think about those things anymore.
Hmm. Yes. Yep. And
And for anybody who may have to think about those things or never realize that they had to think about those things, because sometimes we unconsciously avoid things without really realizing that we're avoiding things.
hmm
And
absolutely.
it fitness has given me so much,
Mm. Wow.
so
That that
much.
that's like I want to do a part two with you, because this we could go on forever.
Yeah, definitely.
That was amazing. So check it. So I do I play a association game. I have a segment. I don't
Okay.
really tell anybody about it beforehand because I kind of want to get your instant reaction. So I'm gonna
Okay.
say like three or four things, and I want you to just say the first thing that come to your mind. It doesn't have
Okay.
to be a one word answer. You can elaborate on it, but just the first thing that comes to mind. All right.
All right.
All right. First one is sacrifice.
It's so worth it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
so
worth
worth
it.
it when we sacrifice the food that no longer serves us. It's so important for us to really make sacrifices. When we think about most mothers make sacrifices for their children so that their children can be who they need to be better than them. So when we sacrifice the things that no longer serves us, we can go nowhere but up. Like
Mm-hmm.
Sierra's song "Level Up."
Yes.
When we
Mm-hmm.
talk about when we talk about sacrifice, the possibilities are endless.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Absolutely. Another one. 2020.
Wow. 2020 is like that ex who tried to destroy you, but baby, you persevered.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Everybody listening to this has been impacted in some way, shape, or form by 2020, whether it be by job loss, business slowing down, knowing of somebody who passed away. Some way, somehow, we've been impacted, but we're still alive. We're
Yep.
still hearing this podcast. We're still breathing. So we have persevered.
Absolutely. Yep. Next one. Family.
So important.
Mm-hmm.
So important.
Yep.
Family is very important to me. I adore them very much. I will fight for them. They are my rock. But for me, family is important. And I know for everybody, they don't have those same feelings. But it is important to remember that family doesn't always have to mean blood.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah.
Family can mean a really good friend, a
Mm-hmm.
neighbor. Family is who you choose, you
Yep.
know? So family doesn't have to always be blood, but for me, family is very important. And
Yeah.
people that I consider family, some of them are not blood as well for
And,
me.
and it works the other way. I have people in my life that are blood, but I don't consider them family.
Right.
That's my relatives.
Oh, you, oh, that's part two for real.
Word.
That's
Yep.
part two for real. But yeah, you're right about that, and
Mhm.
you'll have friends and people who come into your life later or at different points who you have more of a relationship with than people who are actually your blood.
Yep.
So family is important, and family is different for everybody, just like success.
Yep, absolutely. Last one, Jheanelle.
Growing. She's on her journey.
Mm,
She she's on her journey. I am about to accomplish one of the things that I should have done a long time ago, which is to complete my master's degree. So that I'm done with that in December, and I am curious to see what I'll get myself into next.
yes,
But I'm
absolutely.
growing, I'm evolving, I'm loving. I'm This year I've learned to really love on those who are closest to me, just because the pandemic made me realize that we already knew life was unpredictable. But
Hmm.
last year, this time, none of us imagined we would have to be wearing masks to the
Hmm.
grocery store,
Yep,
social distancing, and all of this. So it has made me love hard. Janelle is loving very hard, very
absolutely.
hard,
Hmm.
very, very hard.
Yep. Well, listen, Jheanelle, I want to thank you so much. Like your story is inspiring. We got deep, it was deeper than I'd even knew. And I appreciate you for sharing. And
Thank
I
you.
really, I know people are going to get a lot of value from this. Um, I want you to share your social media, your website if you have one, your Instagram. Where can
Okay.
people follow you and find you?
Well, before I do that, I would like to say to you, thank you for the opportunity, because there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions, of social media accounts out there. You saw me, you DM'd me, I responded, and I was just, when I get these opportunities, I feel very honored to be even considered, because I was just a girl who was just trying to lose weight. You know what I mean? Like that's just my story. That's how
Yeah,
it all started. And for you to even consider me, for me, is an honor. So thank you for
of
the
course,
opportunity, first of all. And
of
I
course.
have enjoyed chatting with you and answering the
Hmm.
questions. It has been a pleasure.
Yes,
And so my social media is at Keto Yardi, KetoYardie.
hmm,
That is my Instagram. And my website is www.ketoyardie.com. And my email is ketoyardie@gmail.com.
got it.
And I do answer DMs. So if anybody DMs me, I will respond to you.
Yeah, so
Um,
slide in those DMs. Or
But it has really been a pleasure. It has
yes.
really, really been a pleasure.
Well, thank you very much again, and I will be reaching out. I'm gonna keep in touch, and I'm gonna send my
Definitely.
clients your way. All right.
Thank you so much, Danny. It's
All
been
right.
a
You be
pleasure.
good. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
So,
All right.
thank you.